Hello, this is Jennifer Miller with Without a Reasonable Doubt. Before I get going, if you could please hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm really trying to grow my channel so I can update the quality of my videos and update you more on the what's going on with the Bryan Kohberger case and other true crime cases. If you could please help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Anyways, back to the story. Bryan Kohberger is back in court today, and he's making a big deal about cameras, saying they're focusing on his fly and all that junk, and coming up with bullcrap reasons why they want cameras removed, along with the prosecution, who's saying that witnesses have been harassed because of the court hearing having cameras, which that's not accurate, because we haven't even really heard from any witnesses, and the only witness that was harassed was by the FBI. So I'm just really hoping that they do not cut cameras. It's very vital for this big case that they keep the cameras. The families, the families of Xana and the families of Kaylee all agree that they want cameras in the courtroom. They think there's too many secrets being here, and that they want it to be shown to the public so that they want the cameras, and they think the cameras will be good for the courtroom. So I just don't know what the argument. The judge has already said twice that it would be beneficial for the court. But yeah, I don't know why they want so much. It's just so much secrecy with this case, and I just really hope that the judge decides to let the camera stay in court today. And I really hope that we get to see what happened. We get to see the trial and follow the trial and report on the trial and get to have some answers to some of these secrets that we all know are just full of this case as secrets. So I'm going to show you a clip right now about what's going on for today for court, for Bryan, and yeah, here it is. I'm sorry, one last thing before I show you the clip. I'm pretty sure we all know that Kaylee's family's been speaking for Maddie as well. So it really might be just three families that are on the same page, because I feel like they definitely speak for Maddie. So, and with Ethan, I just wanted to mention him. His family has decided not to join the trial or anything. They just want to grieve and trust the law, so that's fine. And, I'll be back with my thoughts in a minute. Here's the clip.
About cameras, one of the things that's going to be really important, that is very important, is that the people with the camera and media need to follow the rules.
Bryan Kohberger's lawyers and prosecutors do not want cameras in the courtroom. A media coalition is fighting that request, and now two of the victims' families say they want cameras in court too. Thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy. A hearing today in Bryan Kohberger's case will determine whether cameras are allowed in the courtroom for the remainder of the case. Kohberger's lawyers have asked for a second time that Judge John Judge exclude cameras. Now prosecutors are backing the defense request, but for different reasons. Kohberger has pleaded not guilty to the November 2022 murders of Maddie Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle in Moscow, Idaho. He faces the possibility of the death penalty if convicted. Kohberger's lawyers have accused the media of violating Judge Judge's June order to not focus on Kohberger.
Where we will be filing a motion as to the media in the courtroom, particularly the cameras in the courtroom.
Kohberger's lawyers claim in a motion that the camera focused on Kohberger's fly, and that social media users use images from media outlets to produce prejudicial content. They also claim the camera focused on counsel tables, which prohibits them from effectively representing their client. The prosecution is now joining the defense in its request to remove cameras from the courtroom, citing harassment that some witnesses have been subjected to throughout the investigation. A media coalition that includes Law and Crime has filed a motion objecting to the request to remove cameras. Lawyers for the media wrote that the cameras did not focus on Kohberger's fly. Rather, a social media user clipped an image. The media coalition's lawyers also noted that while counsel tables were shown in footage, none of the writing on papers could be seen in the images. Just yesterday, the media gained an ally in the fight to keep cameras in the courtroom. The families of Kaylee Gonsalves and Xana Kernodle wrote in a statement, "It is vitally important that this trial be open to the public to view and watch. There is an enormous amount of media coverage about this case, some good, some bad, and with that comes the responsibility of the court to ensure a fair trial. This case is surrounded by secrecy. Everything is either sealed or redacted. The family has not received any discovery on this case or any information about the facts of the case from the state. No one knows anything about the case, which leads to speculation. That speculation is fueled by the secrecy surrounding everything that is filed and every hearing that is closed off to the media and the public. The families also write that the defense and prosecution's request show a lack of faith in the justice system. Judge had previously voiced support for having cameras in courtrooms, but noted that this case may be different. He had reserved ruling on whether or not he would allow cameras to continue throughout the duration of the case. Kohberger's case is in Idaho, where Lori Vallow-Daybell was recently convicted of the murders of her 2 children, Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. The judge in that case barred cameras, but allowed audio of the trial to be released at the end of each court day. The prosecution cited that case in its request, but interestingly enough, deferred to the judge the first time that the defense requested that cameras be removed. Stay with Law and Crime for continuing coverage of the Idaho 4 case and Judge's decision. For Law and Crime, I'm Anjanette Levy.
So there you have it. That's what's on the agenda today for court for Bryan Kohberger, and we will keep our fingers crossed that the judge takes the family into consideration and takes it into consideration that Bryan could be innocent, and that just adding more secrets to it is just going to make it even more messier than it is. It's going to make more speculation with media and with creators and influencers. Not influencers, I guess influencers, but with people that talk about these type of things. If they do ban cameras, it's just going to add to the questions, and it's just going to add to the secrecy. And I feel it's very important that Judge rules no to banning cameras and lets us see the evidence and let us figure out if this guy is actually really guilty or not. Because if he's innocent, then an innocent man's going to die. So yeah, anyways, I hope that things go well in court, and I hope that they take the victims' families into consideration, because that's the most important thing. Have a good day.